It's time now for the Troup Tigers Kia of LaGrange Saturday morning quarterback show on WELR Eagle 102.3, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now live to the showroom at Kia of LaGrange for the inside scoop on Troup Tigers football.
Good Saturday morning here, Troup High Saturday morning quarterback show. I'm your host, Greg Hicks, along with head coach Tanner Glisson. And what a beautiful blue sky this morning. You guys come on out and drive you a Kia. I tell you what, last night was we went up to Cartersville, played for region championship. Man, we were so excited. Everybody was rolling, and what a tremendous fan base support last night. You and I were just talking about off the air that, you know, the Tigers traveled. I mean, I don't think there was there's standing room only on the visitor side. So, man, you can't go out and thank the fans enough. Just we appreciate their support, and look forward again this Thursday night as we play West Hall in the first round of the state playoffs, and we're excited about that too. But didn't come out like we wanted last night at Cartersville. Sometimes you take one on the chin and you just keep on moving.
Well, it was tremendous fan support, and we really appreciate it. It was unbelievable. I hope they got all the cheering in during the pregame because I know there wasn't much to cheer about once we got started. But kudos to Cartersville. They are as good as anybody. Just like a true champion, they know how to turn it on at the right time. And but our fan base, I felt bad last night, and I took it to heart because we packed the place out. It was standing room only, and we didn't give them much to cheer about. And you know, got our tails whipped and laid an egg, and we'll learn from it, and we'll move on.
Well, you know, the fans have been supporting us all year. They're going to stick with us, like I just told you. Nobody left early. It was the end of the game before all the Tiger fans got up and left. And you wait till look at some of the pictures we put on Facebook, and wait till the game's posted on eagle1023.com in a few days. I know Coleman will have it up on for you guys to replay and look. But the crowd and the support was just phenomenal. And that's what when you talk about building that champion, it's got to be a community effort, and the fans are going to be there. They can't just come up and say, "Hey, I'm going home." No, they don't do that.
I'll tell you what, they answered that call. You know, we asked the fans to come out and support us, and they sure did. We really appreciate it. And I know it takes, you know, your hard-earned money to go up the road and to get in the game. And sometimes if you have a family of 2 or 3 or 4, I mean, it's costing you $50 to get in the game up there.
That's right.
And so we really, really appreciate that support. And we're not done yet. We're not done yet.
No.
It's not basketball season at Troup. We're still working. And so we got to keep our heads up. We got to learn from it. There were a lot of things that went wrong and kind of factored into that thing last night. And we'll talk a little bit about that when we come back from the break, I guess.
That's right.
But just kudos to our fans.
You're right. Hey, well, speaking of that, we're going to take a short break. Saturday morning quarterback show here live from the Kia showroom on Eagle Sports.
Hi, friends. Jess Lichter here with Kia of LaGrange. Join us this month in participating in No Shave November. We're going to stop shaving and start raising funds for the American Cancer Society by donating a portion of our sales to them. We may not be shaving our beards, but we're shaving prices in all new Kias, like the 17 Kia Forte for as low as $15,900. If you're looking for a stylish car with great gas mileage, the Forte is perfect for you. Stop by and see us, beards and all, or visit us online at kiaoflagrange.com and help support your local economy.
Price plus tax tag and title, stock number 19075.
In 1916, Auto Owners Insurance teamed up with local independent agents so customers could get fast, friendly, local service.
Bravo!
It worked so well, we decided to keep it that way. And 100 years later, we still do things the same way. By teaming up with local independent agents who deliver quality, personal service. Some might call that old school. But then again, maybe everything old is new again. Kind of refreshing, isn't it?
Mallory Agency at MalloryAgency.com. For all your insurance needs, it's the Mallory Agency.
There's a secret to beating injuries or ailments. Get the right team. Emory Southern Orthopedics' well-trained, experienced doctors, nurses, and staff are that team. These teammates listen and understand your specific condition and provide high-quality hometown care that will get you back into your game. For more information about Emory Southern Orthopedics team, visit www.southernorthopedics.com.
Hey, welcome back to the Troup High Saturday morning quarterback show. I'm your host, Greg Hicks, along with head coach Tanner Glisson. You know, last night we talked about, you and I were, as we were coming in this morning, you know, I knew that when Montez threw that 40-yard out route to, or actually I guess a go out to Truett on the completion, was one of the few bright spots early on in the game for us. And I saw Montez kind of wincing and kind of grabbing his hand, and he kind of got a little injured on the first play of the game. And but like a trooper, you guys got him all taped up, and he's still hammered. And like a winner, he wasn't going to give up. But he was in a little bit of pain last night.
Yeah, he was in a whole lot of pain. The first play of the game, he actually hyperextended his thumb and on his throwing hand. And man, you hate to see that happen anytime, but especially on the first play during game.
Yeah.
And so after that, he was having trouble. And there were other things. Our offensive line had a extremely tough time blocking their three-man front. They got some really good defensive linemen, and they were in the backfield pretty much all night. And so with the deal with the hyperextended thumb and us trying to run the ball and not being able to have any success running the ball, it kind of put us behind the eight ball big time. And we just came out and just when those kind of adversity type things, situations happen, we just didn't handle it very well. And we got to do a better job of that.
Well, and I was looking in the second quarter. I knew that Coach Holt would figure something out, and it looks like we were trying to go in a misdirection because you're right. They were putting so much pressure on us in the backfield. All of a sudden, Montez kind of took over a little bit and got a few long runs himself. I know he, as we like to say, he trucked one of those kids, and he just it was about an 18-yard gain. Something started happening, and even on that drive, we wound up turning the ball over on a fumble. And you feel like when things there might be a bright spot going, all of a sudden we'd have a turnover.
Yeah, and I thought Coach Holt and his guys did a good job once we realized, we went into the game having some concerns about their D-line, but once we realized we could not block them, we said, all right, let's start reading them. And it's a play we call zero. It's a midline play where we don't block the nose guard and we read him with Montez and the running back. And so that's we were getting those big plays up the middle. But then, you start thinking when you're down 28 points, you're like, wait a minute now, we got to play another week, and I don't really want my quarterback with a hyperextended thumb running and taking shots and this and that. So sometimes you got to kind of live to see another day.
That's right.
You know what I mean? And, we would have liked to make a violent comeback but once you get down 28 points to defend the state champs at their place, and you got to play a playoff game next week, you try to play a little closer to the vest.
Mm-hmm. That makes a lot of sense. I noticed Quentin Kersey. I was kind of excited about the D-line going into there last night. I know how you like to rotate in and out and keep fresh legs, and it's worked all year long for you. And then I saw him limping on the sidelines, and I said, what did you do? And I guess he kind of hurt his knee a little bit during practice.
No, it actually happened last week at Central.
Okay.
He has a strained MCL, and so Kersey did not get to play last night. And excuse me. And we we stayed away from the injury bug all year. Now all of a sudden, as we're getting late into the season, we're starting to feel the pains of that. And our depth, just having to play some younger guys in bigger games.
Yeah.
And we're just going to have to, circle the wagons here and get fresh and get ready to go this week for a first playoff game.
Right. And I noticed Tyreek Carlisle came in. He had a few pretty decent runs, and on one when I talk about that momentum fumble, he looked like he got up and his shoulder was just like he got a stinger or something, and they were stroking us last night. But we were also Kobe Hudson. Man, a little wide out. He did a little stab pass. He laid it wood to him. So
he did. He played well on defense. I think Kobe got a little frustrated last night. We just couldn't get him the ball, and with Tez having that thumb issue, it was just hard. And
right.
you couple that on top of we can't block them.
Yeah.
So our receivers are getting a little frustrated. Ken and Kobe wanting the ball out there in chance, but. It was a tough one. It was a tough one and got us on the chin, and we'll go back and regroup. What we cannot allow to happen is this game to beat us 2 weeks in a row.
That's right.
We've had a good season. We've won 8 ball games. Not many teams in Troup history have won 9 ball games.
That's right.
Or more. So that's our challenge this week.
Well, I think being up for the challenge, and it's a short week now. You obviously you and Pete flipped yesterday that if we were to, if chances are we would beat Cartersville, who plays what night, and it was decided that you would play on Thursday night rather than a Saturday night. And there's you're going to get 50-50. I kind of like playing on Thursday night rather than waiting until Saturday. It kind of breaks up your total routine. I think it's easier to plan for a Thursday night game than a Saturday game.
Yeah, and the two teams have to agree to it. If not, Georgia High School Association has to get involved. And we got a call from Georgia High School Association this week and said in a hypothetical situation, West Hall wants to play on Thursday, and will we accommodate that? And once we looked at it, the Georgia-Auburn game's on Saturday and certain things, so we said, yeah, we'll ride with that. So Thursday night it is, 7:30, West Hall. Coming to our place. They got beat by Blessed Trinity last night, who's number one team in that region. And we got to play better. We got to play better than we did last night, that's for sure.
Well, regroup. You'll get these kids and all. Like I say, you've through the year leadership. We talked a while ago that that they never gave up last night. They took your advice at halftime. Said, "Look, you know what? We're getting handed to us. That's a true champion sitting over there. These guys, 24-game winning streak. They're last year's repeat state champion. The kid at quarterback, he hadn't lost since he was a freshman year to Sandy Creek, and so they've been on a roll. Not just everybody likes to talk about the quarterback, but as you told these guys coming in, it's more than just a quarterback. These guys are they're stacked top to bottom, and they've got talent coming up from the 9th grade and lower, and that's how you build that program. Sure. So you know what, guys? Let's take one for the team tonight. Let's go out there and keep hustling, and let's play to play. Let's live to play another game. And we've got another game, first round of state playoffs this Thursday night against West Hall. Tell us a little bit about, if you've had a chance to scout West Hall, a little bit about what they bring to the table for us Thursday night.
We have. We try to stay a week ahead in our scouting once you get to this point in the season, and they are they're coming down from Gainesville. They're used to playing, big boy football. They're in the region with Marist and Blessed Trinity and all those teams, and they're very, very well coached. Coach there, matter of fact, spoke to him this morning. His son played for Wisconsin, and so he's on a plane headed to watch that ball game this morning. And but they do a very good job, very well coached, real good special teams. Solid across the board. They have a quarterback that's a 3-year starter that throws the ball real well. He's kind of a pocket kind of guy, kind of like Montez. Really doesn't give you the threat running like Trevor Lawrence did last night, but can see over the line of scrimmage. He's probably 6'3", 6'4".
Okay.
And they just they do things the right way. You can tell that they hustle. Their run fits are good on defense, and they're solid in the special teams game. So they're gonna give us a problem, and it's just kind of who puts Friday night behind them sooner, us or them, because they were kind of maybe not quite in the same situation, because we were playing for a region championship and had a lot on the line, but both of us coming off a tough loss. So it's probably going to be who wants to play the most.
Well, I hope it's certainly the Tigers on Thursday night. But again, we get over our injury bug. Hopefully Montez's hand, we can be able to medicate it and rehab it through the week. And then, I hope Q's ready to go on defense. We'll, I guess, check him day to day, and anybody else that might be banged up a little bit, get them in shape. I know it's a short week, so it's a little different preparation time. We're not in school on Tuesday. Tuesday's National Vote for Trump Day. Sorry, it's National Voting Day. I thought I would throw that in. Coleman looks at me. We're going to see how many tweets you get on that, Coleman. But, so I understand you're going to bring him in early and practice him on Tuesday. Maybe it's back to 2 or 3 days. I'm not sure.
No, we're going to we gave the kids today and tomorrow off because we didn't get back, till close to 1 o'clock, I guess, last night. So we had a late night, so I didn't want to turn around and bring them back in the morning. And I felt like our staff needed time to get in the field house and get plans together. So our staff's meeting this morning, and special teams, offensive meet as usual on Sunday afternoon. And then the kids will come in early on Monday morning, do a little walkthrough, and then have a normal practice on Monday. Tuesday we're out of school, so we'll go a little longer. We'll probably go from about 8:30 to lunch.
Okay.
And then we'll see what Wednesday brings. Usually we go in the mornings the day before the game, but a short week and so much on the line, we may come in the afternoons. We'll kind of play that by ear.
Yeah, it's a little bit different challenge this week, getting ready for the playoff. But I know the kids are going to be excited. Like I say, it's I know you guys as coaches are going to let them know, hey, look, put it behind you. Take a deep breath. It's time to move on forward, and that's majors for how do you handle that adversity and move on.
Well, and I try to throw out examples that they can relate to. I saw Florida State get beat pretty bad by Louisville this year. I think it was 65-20 or something, but I think it was like 50-something to nothing at one point.
That's right.
And last time I looked, Florida State was a pretty good football team that almost beat Clemson the other night. So I saw where Camden County got beat this year 62-0.
That's right.
But what I did tell our guys was that that good football teams don't lose 2 in a row.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you may have a hiccup and you may fall on your face or lay an egg, whatever you want to call it, but good football teams don't lose 2 in a row. You got to find a way. And we need the ultimate competitor to come out in them this week, and it's our job as coaches to get them ready to play because, you know, yeah, we laid an egg and we had all this adversity and things go wrong for us on Friday, but, you know, it comes back to coaching too, you know, 60, you know, whatever points to nothing. I mean, we got to do a better job of getting them coached up. You know,
Right.
that kind of gap shouldn't happen. And, and so we're going to work on that this week.
Well, and even when the season does finally end in the football season, and when we do move on to another sport, whether it be wrestling or whether it be basketball, you're still going to be focused on football, and the kids are still going to be lifting weights, and they see that we're going to put the protein in them, we're going to feed them right, and you know, we're going to lift the weights, and we're going to be better. That's the ultimate goal, is to be better each year, and you know that you're picking up steam with that, and you're building the middle school program now, and you know, you see they won the championship, the county championship a couple weeks ago, so you know, you got some talent down there, and the 9th grade and JV team have got a lot of reps, and some of those kids have been stepping up to play spot varsity a little bit, so you know, you're doing it right, you're kind of getting that program ready to go, so. But that's talking about down the road. But you're talking about handling adversity, so the kids they'll bounce back.
And our kids got to understand the expectations are starting to rise.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you come in after a 1-9 season, nobody really expects much out of you, and everybody's patting you on the back and jumping on the bandwagon, and it's great. But at some point, you got to keep moving forward. You don't want to take steps backwards. You got to move forward. And playing for a region championship. You know, we came home with a trophy last night, second place, but you know, that's not the one we want.
That's
you
right.
know, you got to keep moving it forward to get where you want to go, and I think our kids understand that. I know our coaches do, and we had to talk about that before we left Fieldhouse last night, and so the future's bright. We got to keep working, and we're not there yet.
Yeah.
You know, we're not going to go from 1-9 to winning the state championship yet. It doesn't look like
That's
not with
right.
Carterville sitting there, and but who knows? You know, you just got to keep moving that thing forward, and we'll see what happens.
Well, you know, we were talking about this past week, friends of ours, we were talking about when was the Braves worst or first. Rarely do you guys, in any kind of endeavor, whether it be business or athletics or major league sports, professional sports or anything, do you ever see something turn so miraculously around from worst to first? So
Let's keep in mind, too, when the Braves went worst first, they didn't win the World Series.
That's right.
So let's keep that in mind.
Yeah.
You know, that was a great feat, you know, and everybody jumped on that bandwagon. I remember how crazy it was, but they hit a wall at some point and didn't win the whole thing.
But it was a building.
That's correct.
And so you've turned this thing around. The players have turned this thing around. The coaches staff has turned this thing around. And so we're on track as to what your goals were set out to be. I don't think your goal was to say, we're going to win the state championship next year, Mr. Meadows.
You know what? We talked about that. We didn't set team goals this year, you know, because our team goal was to be better each week and try to win each week and invest as much into that week as we possibly could. But I told the team last night I really had a personal goal this year. And my personal goal this year was to get into playoffs and win a playoff game. Let's get into playoffs and win a game because, you know, I think if you start going to the second and third round of the playoffs, a lot of things can happen.
That's right.
And so that was really a personal goal of mine. I shared that with the team last night, and I hope to make that our team goal. You know, it's sitting right there in front of us. We've got a playoff game at home, and it sure would be nice to be, you know, 9-win season, and now we take it one game at a time, see what happens.
Well, you know, as they all say, Rome wasn't built in a day, but you guys come on out Thursday night, 7:30 kickoff time. Normally it's a 7 o'clock kickoff time on a Thursday night, but because this is the playoffs, we're going to Georgia High School, I guess, has set the time at 7:30. But to tell you what, we're going to talk more about that when we come back from the short break. You're listening to Troup High Saturday Morning Quarterback Show here on Eagle Sports.
Hi, friends. Jess Lichter here with Key of LaGrange. Join us this month in participating in No Shave November. We're going to stop shaving and start raising funds for the American Cancer Society by donating a portion of our sales to them. We may not be shaving our beards, but we're shaving prices in all new Kias, like the 17 Kia Forte for as low as $15,900. If you're looking for a stylish car with great gas mileage, the Forte is perfect for you. Stop by and see us, beards and all, or visit us online at keyoflagrange.com and help support your local economy.
Price plus tax, tag, and title. Stock number 19075.
Good food. Where do you find it? Because when you spend your hard-earned money, you want good food. So the place you'll find that good food is at Rogers Barbecue on New Franklin Road in LaGrange, where they only serve American-grown catfish, barbecue cooked to perfection, and with all the fixings to make it worth every penny. Rogers Barbecue is locally owned and run with care since 1945. Come eat with us Monday through Saturday from 11 to 9, or use our carry-out window. Rogers Barbecue, New Franklin Road, LaGrange.
Introducing the most valuable provider, your nationally ranked WellStar West Georgia Medical Center. Ranked a top 100 large community hospital by Troup Health Analytics. Named a top 100 great community hospital by Becker's Hospital Review. Rated top 100 in medical excellence and patient safety by CareChecks. WellStar West Georgia Medical Center. Award-winning healthcare right here in LaGrange. To learn more, visit wellstar.org/WGMC. We believe in life well lived.
Deciding to sell or buy a home is a big step. To make sure it's a step in the right direction, choose the person best qualified to handle your real estate needs. Joel and Rob Upchurch have been breaking sales records every year since 1997. They truly are the real estate leaders in West Georgia. So take a step in the right direction. Contact Joel or Rob Upchurch at RE/MAX Results, because they are dedicated to results and converting transactions into relationships.
Welcome back to Saturday Morning Quarterback Show from Troup High School here at the Kia showroom on the Parkway. Hey, special thanks out to the Troup High Touchdown Club last night. We were able to, through community support and fundraising efforts, been able to help these Tigers through a number of things this year. And we were one of the things is feeding the kids, and it was kind of nice. You guys drove up to Cartersville last night and was able to give the guys a good pregame meal, and and that's something that normally the local churches here feed us, even on our shorter way games. But this region kind of expanded geographically last year when Cartersville came into the thing, and you think, it's so far up there, but it's not that bad of a drive. It's probably 90 to 95 miles from the high school to their high school. So it just depends on which direction you take. We particularly, my crew took, we went up 27 and came through Temple in that way. And, 2 hours we were at the stadium. So it was kind of a nice little drive, But kudos to the Troup High Touchdown Club for feeding you guys last night, and special thanks to Kia Showroom for Kia dealership for hosting us these last several years, and we've had a lot of fun doing that. And Chick-fil-A on the Parkway, we enjoy coming out. Folks, come out every Saturday morning and eat up their biscuits and converse with the coach, and we just had a good time. So I just want to kind of give special thanks to the sponsors really to make this happen. And of course, can't thank Coleman enough. He's out here every week, and the wind gets up, and Coleman really can't keep his balance. He's lost so much weight, so you keep that up too, buddy. And Jack's over there laughing. Well, it is what it is. He's getting skinny.
You look good, Coleman. You look good.
Yeah, he does. Thursday night, we're going to be playing West Hall. You guys make it a quick start to your weekend. Come out Thursday night. We've been asking you all year, and you know what you've been doing? You've been winning the battle. You've been showing up, supporting the Tigers. The student section was phenomenal last night. I made a point that, they were about 3/4 the size of our student section that's normally at home. So that is phenomenal when you've got a bunch of students grabbing together and carpooling up. Yeah. And they had been talking about it all week, and the stands were packed, and we want that again. We've got home field advantage Thursday night, first round of the state playoffs. Let's pack it out. We hope West Hall travels well, because this is a new season for us, Coach, starting Thursday night.
Yeah, it is, and I hope everybody got home safe last night. As far as I know, it seems like everybody traveled safe. But I tell you, this Thursday night, what you're going to get is your true Tiger faithful. You're going to get those people who are invested in the program, who love this program, who love this school, to come out and watch the first home playoff game for a while since I guess Coach Flowers last year there, and so we need everybody to come out.
Yep.
You may have some bandwagon folks jumping off that train after last night, but that's okay. We've got enough Tiger faithful that'll come out and support us, and we're going to rally the troops, and we're going to come out with a better effort on Thursday night, and just excited to get back out there in a good a lot of ways it's good that we're playing a short week. You know, playing on Thursday night. Let's go and get this bad taste out of our mouth, and let's see what we can do with West Hall.
Well, we're excited about it. First round of the state playoffs this Thursday night, Callaway Stadium, 7:30. Troup High Tigers against West Hall, and I don't know their mascot's name. It really doesn't matter because hopefully we'll put that behind us and move on to the next round. But we got to get back to business early this morning. I know you've already said the coach is out there working hard. And when you get in and don't even leave the field house till probably 1:30 or 2 in the morning, and you're back at it at 8, that's dedication.
Yeah, I think we've got a couple of them just slip in last night. And
well.
But kudos to them because they're hard back at work. You know, when I got in this morning, they were already up and at them and breaking down film and doing their due diligence with us last night in West Hall. And you know, we're still growing, growing. And last night was a growing pain, and we'll get it fixed. We'll get it fixed. And these guys are resilient. And like I said, kudos to Cartersville. And wouldn't surprise me at all to see them raise that trophy in the dome in a few weeks.
Yeah, they treated us really nice. I know Jack and I had a good experience from the radio show, and you know, the coaching staff seems to be real nice, and the fan base, even the ones that had filtered over to the visitor side and the stand in the room only crowd, seemed to be real nice. You know, I think when they're used to hanging points up like that.
I was about to say it's nice when you're putting it up on somebody like that, you know.
Yeah, it is. I tell you what. But I tell you what. Again, we'll learn from this and we'll move forward. Hey, we appreciate all the fans listening to us this morning. You guys that are listening, if you want to watch some film with us on TV, join us on WJCN here in about 30 minutes, and we'll be there. But, again, special thanks to Coleman Vice and Eagle Sports and Eagle Radio. You guys listening for the Auburn game later today because it's all about the Tigers, whether it be Friday night or Saturday, baby. We will see you guys. It'll be, even though we got a Thursday game, we'll see you next Saturday morning here on the radio. Go Tigers.